Here we go. Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to our stream. I mean, it's our Halloween stream.
October edition. Stream.
Crazy. Yeah. Things are kind of flying by, huh?
It is. It's fall.
Man, oh man.
I like I recognize someone back there behind you off to maybe your left. She looks familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I do
She's
remember
here.
her.
Yeah.
She's
been
the
here
pumpkin's
before.
new.
Yeah, the pumpkin. Yeah, he's new. He's kind of hanging in back there. But that's Cher. You know what I mean?
Do you believe?
If she could turn back time, if you believe in love, she's right there, right?
Nice. That's awesome. Well, welcome everyone. This is the Animation Mentor live stream. We are live on several places here. Let's see here. I heard from someone.
Count them off.
Ooh, Instagram was not working. Let's
So
see if
we got Facebook running.
Let's see if we can fix that.
We got Facebook. We got LinkedIn. We got YouTube. And then, as Mars had mentioned, we're hoping that we can get our Instagram stuff up and running, which will be cool. But yeah, this is our live session, and there's Pete Roby checking in, RVS Chowdhury checking in, Art of Francis checking in. A lot of stuff going on, man. We got somebody new joining us too. Sue's in the background doing her stuff.
Yeah,
Animation Mentor.
We might have an issue with Instagram. I'm going to try things one more
Pump
time
the
here.
brakes. Hey,
Hold
y'all.
on.
Remember me? My name is Sleepy Star. I don't remember you, unfortunately, but welcome anyway to our stream, our Halloween stream. It's not really technically our Halloween stream, but you know what? Our colors are kind of nice. Pete Roby, I got to hang out with Pete checking in up there in Texas during the Industry Giants event not too long ago, and it was a pretty cool event, man. We had our table set up and all of our swag we were giving out, and met so many students and alumni that day. It was pretty cool. It was a great event because usually we only see each other, from here up, right? On Zoom and in this
Right.
platform. But I actually got to see that Pete does exist. He walks the earth, and I got to meet with him and a bunch of other students as well. So very cool. Thanks for everybody checking in. I got Sleepy jumping in from YouTube, Trey jumping in from LinkedIn, Pete checking in from Facebook. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, Pete, Paul Allen was out there too. He was a lot of fun to hang out with. He's one of our mentors, and he actually got to participate in the meet and greet out there at that event too.
Yeah, and I saw that picture of Pete and Paul Allen together, and there was a little bit of a resemblance there.
There was, yeah. There was. And you throw me in the mix, and it's probably, there was some of that going, because people were walking up going, "Oh, can you look at my real Paul?" And I'm like looking around going, "Paul, oh, you think I'm Paul? Okay. No, it's not me."
Well, you know what? I was doing some troubleshooting while Tim was talking there, and I don't know what's going on with Instagram. But the good news is we are live on 3 channels right now.
That's cool.
Let's see. We're going to try one more thing and see if we can get a new stream queue. Go ahead.
You go ahead and keep going on there. Well, I can tell you, Mars and I are student success coaches here at Animation Mentor. So a lot of what we do revolves around student communication, talking with people about their journey and trying to help them forge a path to sort of being a pro within the industry. And it usually starts out by taking, some of the classes that we offer, like the Maya workshop. That's all where all of our super noobs begin and learn how to use the software first, and then progress into animation basics and kind of keep funneling through. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to be a character animator or if you want to be a game animator, maybe we run 2 full-blown programs that teach you from the very basics to the most advanced in about 18 months time frame. No fluff. It's just right on through, and you're going to learn everything that you need to know from people that are currently working in the industry, whether they're working at Blizzard or Sony or DreamWorks or Pixar or Disney, you're learning from these people every time you go to class. And so it's sweet, man. Current industry techniques
Yeah.
every time people roll into class, which is really kind of hard to imagine that you're sort of getting. It's almost like a cheat code for a video game, if you will, right? And
love
getting
that.
to learn from people that have been doing that kind of stuff. So another YouTuber checking in. Look at that. It was nearly going to bed and then live at 12 p.m. In my place. Guess I may stay up late tonight. Hey, we appreciate you joining us. Where is everybody checking in from? If you don't mind putting where your location is, it'd be cool.
Yeah,
'cause we
where's
always
everyone?
like to shout out locations. I'm California native, but I moved out to Arkansas, so I'm in Arkansas right now. My guy Mars up there, he's also California native that ended up moving out to Ohio. So we kind of all went out. Yep. And so now we're all out and about doing our thing. But Animation Mentor is completely online, and so it doesn't matter where you're checking in from. If you're living in Turkey, if you're living in Brazil, if you're living in Texas, if you're living in Mexico, wherever it happens to be, you're able to participate in our classes. We got Michigan popping in. We got India popping in. Vietnam. Dude, that's why that time schedule is so wacky right there. Philippines. Dude,
Nice,
1
nice.
p.m. here. Cool. Yeah,
Francis. I know who that
Man.
is. I believe Francis and I were chatting a bit on Instagram. I think he put in a ticket too because he was asking about some of our free workshops that we do occasionally. We have a couple of free workshops, and he was asking about the time difference. I helped him sort out the time difference. I think that's
Sri Lanka checking in.
nice.
Man.
Nice.
That is so sweet. Everybody's popping in here. Yeah, and you know, we do these lives, Pakistan checking in. We do these lives so that we can answer questions, right? We won't go into the technical side, those kind of technical questions too much, because those are deep, right? And then we leave those to the professionals, our mentors. But if you've got, you know, questions about, you know, certain things like, you know, Lucas, is there a demand for frame-by-frame animators? Well, most certainly. Whether you're 2D or 3D, you can go into those fields, and so there is a demand for that without a shadow of a doubt. Where's the other Tim? How's he? Are we talking about Tim Ingersoll, or maybe it's my alter ego, the other Tim? We're talking about me?
Tim Avad.
Might be. Because I have been mistaken for Ingersoll too. We look nothing alike. It's just the first name, you know. Indonesia.
Very cool. Very cool.
United Nations of Animation. We've often said that that's sort of our thing, you know, because whether you live here or Indonesia or wherever, people have that passion to become character animators or get into the industry and make cartoons for a living. And that's sort of like, I mean, it's really cool. If you want to get into doing that kind of stuff, we could teach you.
Absolutely. And it all starts with Maya, right? So, you know, Maya, in case you don't know, and we're talking a little bit about Unreal too. We'll talk about that.
Yep.
But Maya, in case you don't know, is the industry standard for 3D character animation. It's a software used by most major animation studios and small, medium-sized studios too.
Yeah.
To create your favorite animated films, TV shows, video games, and that's why we use and teach it here. You know, the best way to prepare to become a professional animator is to learn the same software that the pros are using. So,
Mars
the other Tim? What's that?
I wonder, Sleepiest. We must know Sleepiest is something else. Is my guess. That's the only thing it is, because it's only Tim Ingersoll and me, right?
Yeah.
And you, right?
It must have. Yeah, there's only one Mars.
Yeah, there's only one Mars, right? You know, and what Mars was saying about Maya is absolutely true. And you know, and Fast Tech is Unreal Engine and best. Well, for animation, yeah, it's hard to say. We use Unreal in our game animation program along with Maya in tandem, so we do use them. But I have seen quite a few people using Unreal for actual character animation as well. But here we're mainly a Maya kind of a school.
Yeah. I get questions about Blender too. You know, a lot of students will start off with Blender, and that's great. I mean, I know the price is right. right? Free 99.
Yeah.
And so yeah, lots of students will start off with Blender, but once they get here, they'll kind of graduate up to Maya. A lot of students will say, "Hey Mars, I would love to come to your school, but I can't afford Maya." Well, good news. Animation Mentor is actually an authorized Autodesk learning partner. What does that mean?
Boom.
Boom, you
Yeah.
get access to Maya for free, which is pretty cool. So
Yep.
as
Yep.
long as you're an active student here at Animation Mentor, you don't have to pay for Maya, which is a really great value.
Very cool. Oh, look at that. Is that it? I'm just going to say it. Is it Huang? I know I didn't pronounce it right. But currently self-learning and rigging in Maya, and previous Blender user for maybe 3 years. That's cool. I mean, if you can self-teach and kind of learn some of that stuff, that's great. You do kind of need somebody, over your shoulder, not that person over there, but you do kind of need somebody over your shoulder looking in to tell you what's working, what's not working, things like that. And it's better if it's somebody that's actually working for a major studio. And that's kind of what we bring to the table, is that while you're working on your stuff, it's almost like having that person kind of over your shoulder telling you what's looking good, what's looking not so good, and how to fix those sort of things. And that's
Right.
what we bring every time you go to your class right here. M. Danzilla.
Danzilla, I love it.
Pretty
That name
cool.
sounds. It's actually bringing up. I'm thinking I might know who that is, but I'm not totally sure. I have a question. What sells the lip sync? Ooh.
Yeah, good one.
Well, as we mentioned, we're not going to be diving too much into, sort of animation related topics. This is more about who is Animation Mentor? What do we do? How do you sign up for classes? What's tuition like? Do you guys do payment plans? But we do cover lip sync quite a bit in our acting courses. So
Yeah.
that's something that, it's a great question for mentors. I mean, honestly, I think, the more accurate you are with lip sync is going to be better. But again, those are questions, that are better suited for our mentors for sure.
Yeah, and I've watched a lot of e-critiques that the mentors leave when they're looking over a student's lip sync shot that they've submitted, and they're
Yeah.
going into details of tongue saturation, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
maybe
everything,
how far,
right?
how far the tongue comes out during, certain words, and do their lips purse together when they're saying certain things. So they want to get that lip sync so close that you can almost read the lips of the characters, right? And
Right.
so
Yeah.
you kind of want it to get it, to be that good. Like even Cameron drops one right in here, right? Getting the
Yep.
jaw to match the motions, then really focusing on getting the plosives and phonemes to match and stuff. So he's going deep into that. Cam is also one of our mentors here as well.
Mentor and former student.
Yeah.
And a tech guru. I mean, everything.
All of the things. And brother to Bo.
Brother to Bo, and I think he knows how to build garages too.
He does know how to build garages and set up towers for Wi-Fi. He does
Set up
have
Wi-Fi.
everything. Come on.
That guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Love that guy. So how was Texas? What'd you do down there?
Man, I'll tell you what. So we went to this event, Industry Giants. We were actually, Animation Mentor and Bobby Beck, our founder, went to this event way back in 2006 when this thing started, spoke at this event. And this is where all of these, indie artists were there, studios were there. There was a lot of stuff going on at this particular event. This was their first time back since COVID hit, really. And so
Yeah.
everybody got together. We decided to make a splash appearance as well and show up on the scene. And so I got to get out there to that event and set up our table with all of our buttons and a bunch of swag, running student work on the monitor, and then meeting people. And I expected to meet, 4 or 5, maybe 6 students out there. I was so blown away that people were coming up to me going, oh, I go there, I go there, I go there. And I'm like, really, who are you? And then they're telling me their names and I'm like, it's me, Tim. And they're like, oh my God, and then people traveling from all around coming out, like Pete, right? Pete made the journey in from he was living in Texas, but still for him to get out there to the event and kind of hang out. So we were out there all day giving away stuff, having meet and greets with Paul Allen, who's an amazing animator. He lives out there in Texas as well. And then we also were doing a giveaway, right? So
Ooh. Tell us more, Uncle Tim.
I'll tell you what, we did a sweet giveaway. We had a QR code set up so the people that came by that were interested in what we were doing had an opportunity to learn about what we do, but then also be able to maybe enter into a contest. And so we offered this really cool contest for a free workshop, right?
Nice.
And the workshop was really cool. They got their choice of one of our 6-week workshops. $900 workshop is essentially what it is.
Pretty good value.
And I don't know if you want to see the results or not, but
I do.
I'd like to, let's check it out too. So we've got this wheel that we built, right? It's like a digital wheel of fortune, if you will, with all the names of the entrants on this particular thing. We hit that button to make it start. It pulls up our winner, and there you have it. Let's
check
take
it out.
a look at who this winner was.
Boom, there we go. There's a lot of names on there.
There's a lot of names.
A lot of people. Oh.
Bang. Our
Michael
winner
Bryce.
was Michael Bryce. Now I'm going to be truthful right here on this whole thing. So the wheel was something because of the timeline of the way that these things work. We wanted to make sure that Michael didn't miss out on the workshop because it started at the end of September. So we spun the wheel. I sent it to Mars so that he could play it for us. But Michael is doing some amazing work. He decided to take our 2D animation, character movement, and walk cycles with Jay Jackson of Disney.
Ooh.
He's killing it. I was on his profile before we jumped in today. His work is absolutely phenomenal. So I know he's having a good time in there. So congratulations to Michael Bryce. I can see why you took that workshop. Is definitely in your wheelhouse.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats to you, Michael. That's so cool. And we do stuff like that from time to time. You know, that's really cool. Speaking of, we've got a new another free workshop coming up called. Let's see, what is it called?
It's our previous workshop with Nicole Hare, right?
Yep, that's the one. Working as a Previs animator.
Yeah,
is the official name of that with Nicole Hare. If you don't know who she is, amazing animator. She's worked on some pretty amazing movies. I know she worked on Lion King. What else?
Yeah. Oh my God, the list is endless. If you look at the stuff that she's done, you check out her bio on the Animation Mentor site. You're going to be like, I've seen every one of those movies and shows that she's been a part of. So she's not just a previs artist, but she also has been teaching things like creatures and stuff like that with us too. So she's phenomenal with her craft.
Yeah, absolutely. She's I think she's a senior character animator over at Netflix now.
At Netflix, yeah. And this workshop, we were in her other workshop. Remember, she did her Intro to Maya
one,
workshop, and it was like the stuff that she was talking about was so cool. So this workshop's going to probably level up on that one too. So, and it's free. That's the best part about that. It's free. There it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Through a QR code.
Do yourself a favor. Jump in.
Yes. Screenshot that or scan it with if your phone or if you're on your computer. Check that out. I was taking a look at this list. This is ridiculous. The Lion King, Rampage, Power Rangers, that is, the Jungle Book, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Rum Diary, Real Steel, Green Lantern, Sucker Punch, Iron Man 2, Watchmen, I Am Legend, Ghost Rider.
So what you're saying is she knows a little bit.
A little bit.
She's got some skills. And the cool thing about this workshop, it's not just, this is not like a recorded thing. We're recording it, but it's live that day. Yeah. So if you hang around after and you want to talk to Nicole, you can actually talk with Nicole and ask questions. And then Mars and I are hanging around afterwards as well to kind of also answer questions if you have any that you need answering.
Yeah, those have been really, really awesome. Really great way to experience what it's like to learn from our mentors that are, really special and really what makes Animation Mentor who we are is our amazing mentors. So this is a really great opportunity. When is that actually coming up? Let's see. That's it's a little bit small on there.
It is, right? Yeah.
That's going to be October 24th.
Wow.
And it's going to be, it's coming up in just a couple of weeks, which is crazy. And then that's going to be at 9:00 in the morning Pacific time. And here's the thing, if you don't know anything about time zones, 9:00 Pacific time, that's California time zone. You got to figure out what the time difference is.
The conversion.
I use, just to throw it out there, I use this website called World Time Buddy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's cool. It's got the graphs on it and stuff.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool. So,
hey,
check that out.
Danzilla, we do have students from Nigeria that currently study with us.
We do. I can name a couple of them.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. We've got students from around the globe that are studying with us. You definitely have access to Animation Mentor. Don't worry about that.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, all you really need is a reliable internet connection and a computer that's going to run Maya.
That's helpful.
Those are the kind of the fundamental things that you'll need. If you've got that, you can, and a good financial plan, you can sign
Yeah.
up for classes. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And Jamination, two things.
Germination.
Jamination.
Fun to say.
Our graduation's coming up. So our
Oh.
graduations are online. Did we do them in person? We did. We used to do them in person. We'd have students from around the globe coming to these
Yeah.
graduation ceremonies. And then that nasty COVID hit and it kind of changed the game a little bit. And we decided to
bit.
kind of go with these virtual things, which at first I was like, I don't know how this is going to be. Let me tell you, they have been phenomenal. They're
Yeah.
great because now people that maybe live in Nigeria that can't afford a ticket to fly out here because it's expensive, now they can actually jump in and do our online graduation. I think they're
Yeah.
cool. The way
More
they're
inclusive.
so we've been working on the graduation in the background. It's coming up in November. That's when we're
Yep.
going to do it. So I know you're only in ANO 2 right now, which is class 2 for those that don't know, body mechanics. So you've got more to go till you get through class 6, but then you'll be part of our graduation ceremony when that time comes. So hang in there, pump the brakes. You focus on ANO 2. We'll get you in ANO 6 eventually.
And you can still attend graduation too if you want
Yeah.
to come check it out and see what it's like. I also can't really forget when graduation is because it happens to fall on my birthday this year.
It does, yeah. So he
So-
won't be there, but I'll be
I'm-
there for him.
Yeah, I might pop in and say
He'll
hi.
pop in. Yeah.
I'll, you know how it goes.
We'll all sing him happy birthday.
That'd be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Cool.
What else do we have going on?
You guys are a little quiet. You remember last stream in September, we had the questions popping off.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this time's a little bit quieter, but if you've got any questions about the school, now's the chance to throw them up there.
Yeah.
I know we don't have Instagram running right now because we do get a ton of questions from there. So sorry to the Instagram
Facebook
folks.
people, tell them about it.
Yeah, exactly. This will be reposted on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook channel, on our LinkedIn channel as well.
Yeah.
So you can watch the replay there too.
This I did want to say. So, you see at the bottom, a little ticker running. We're running, we're taking applications for winter and spring terms. Our winter term's coming up the week. It starts the week of January 6th is when that thing is going to be starting. That's for all classes. They're going to be kicking off. So registration for those classes, technically for, registration is going to be starting on the 14th. That's that's
Monday.
usually our big registration day, which is next Monday. So that's when people are registering for their class, choosing their mentor, choosing their schedule. That's what they do at that point. However, before you can do that, you do have to submit an application to actually get accepted to the school. The application is it's quite easy to fill out. It's basically the general information that you put on any application, with the exception we need a couple different things. We are going to need to know what your Maya level is, right?
Yep.
What if you've never used Maya, don't just mark none, right? If you're kind of like just start at below average, right? Nobody's really excellent at Maya, right? From what I know, not a lot of people can kind of consider themselves excellent at that. But if you are, you check that box if you feel like you are. The most important thing we need on that application is an essay. An essay, if you don't know, is a statement that tells us why you want to become an animator. Don't do it in AI, because Mars and I, we look for those AI things, and animation's all about storytelling.
Yep.
And so we want you to tell us your story. Why do you want to become an animator? Tell us what inspired you. Maybe it's a movie, maybe it's a book, maybe it's a relative or something like that. So drop in your essay and why you want to do this. Get that thing submitted, and then Mars and I actually reach out to every single applicant, whether it's by phone, WhatsApp, instant messenger through Facebook or whatever. We call you, we email you. Mars has an Amethyst phone that somehow works sometimes, and so it's right there. So we reach out to kind of walk you through there. Now, if you did mark that you have no Maya experience, be sure to take the Maya workshop. You have one more chance to take our Maya workshop before class begins. November 4th?
November 4th. Correct.
November 4th. Yep. Take the Maya workshop first. If you jump into animation basics in January without knowing how to use Maya, it's going to be tough. Really, really tough. Take the Maya workshop first. You'll be able to download Maya for free. Mars and I've got a sweet little promo code that we can give you for a $200 discount
Ooh.
on that Maya workshop as well. So, Mars, let me ask you this: if I'm
Tell me.
going to apply for school, but I'm like, dude, I don't need Maya. I've got a reel. What do I
Yeah.
do?
Great question. So we've got an advanced placement program, and this is designed specifically for students who have previous animation experience. We don't expect everybody to start off with animation basics. Sometimes, even if you have experience already, you may need to go back to animation basics. If you don't quite have the timing and spacing down super solid, you've got to go back and review that stuff. But if you do have some really solid, the 12 principles like the back of your hand, you've got body mechanics skills already. Maybe you have some acting skills too. What you do is with that application that Tim was telling you about, you still need to apply. You still need to include that essay that Tim was talking about, but you also can include a link to your demo reel. And what we'll do is we'll get that in front of a mentor and they'll review that. They'll take a good look at it, really take a look and see what your work level is at, and then place you into the best class for your skill set. I love that we do that too, because sometimes I talk to students and they're like, hey Mars, I want to start with ANO4, and I'm like, hey, that's great, I'm glad you want to start with that class, but let's actually have a pro take a look at your reel and see the best class for you to start off with. So we don't actually allow students to kind of pick and choose which class they want to start with. We base it directly off of your work, and I think that's a really great way to approach that.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that people sometimes we tell them also all the time, and some people might get placed in a higher class and then elect to do what Cameron was talking about, which is taking animation basics. And sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And it's weird when we say that. It makes sense if you think about it, because you don't know what you don't know. Right. And then you get into an animation basics class, and all of a sudden the mentor that's like, animation supervisor at DreamWorks is like walking you through how to do a proper vanilla walk cycle or personality walk cycle. And you have that aha moment and you're like, right. I'm so glad I took animation basics. Everything that follows that, as Cam said, is going to be that much easier if you can sort of get those foundational skills under your belt.
Exactly. I got to highlight this, Tim.
Yeah. I mean, truth be told, she actually used to move, and then I think because she was in the hallway before and she would make noise every time I walked by her, I may or may not have given her an elbow on the way by a couple times because she scared me. And so now she doesn't work as well as she used to.
You got to watch out for those Tim elbows. I used to work in an office with Tim.
Yeah. I mean, because you forget about it, and nothing is like, if all of a sudden you walk past not thinking, and then she kind of yells at you on the way by, after a while, it kind of gets to you.
Note to self.
Don't scare Tim too much.
Don't scare Tim too much. He will elbow you.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, Sleepiest Souls asking all the questions.
If there's an award for most active,
oh man, that's awesome.
With the sleepiest name.
I know, right? You seem quite awake to me. Does animation test basics and study practice really help? I struggle with memory and learning, so I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the whole thing. You might have heard this of 10,000 hours it takes to become a professional at something. I totally believe that to be true. I don't know how you exactly track 10,000 hours, but I can tell you, even after you finish 10,000 hours, there's probably still another 10,000 hours of exercises and practice and refinement to continue to do. So yeah, absolutely. I think that the continuing study and practice. Actually, I have a quick story. I was talking to one of our mentors about a year ago, and he was telling me he was working on his demo reel, and I was like, don't you work at DreamWorks?
Right.
And it was just really impressive to me, that even, a pro animator that's working at a major animation studio is still refining their work. So even when you're a pro, you're not done learning. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's good. There was one on there about Wang from Vietnam on there too. And I know I'm tearing your name up, and I apologize. I have a question about the advanced class. Which level of portfolio should I show mentors to take the advanced class? So what you do is don't so much look at, hey, I want to get into this class. What do I need? Just turn in your best work. 3D character animation. So we don't want you to turn in work and then we get you your reel review notes and all that stuff back, and then you have another reel to submit later. afterwards. So we want you to come to us with the best work that you have that has full on character animation that demonstrates, the 12 principles, right? Maybe body mechanics. If you've got some acting shots in there, include the acting shots. They'll look at, don't make it super duper long. We don't want to see a 5-minute demo reel.
Right.
We want you to shave that down into the best stuff that you can muster up.
Minute, 2 minute muster.
Right.
Put it on your sandwich.
Yeah, put that on your sandwich, would you?
Minute, 2 minutes. I think the sweet spot's kind of minute to a minute and a half.
Yeah,
That's a really good demo reel.
Start with your strong stuff too. Don't save it for the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's a good tip. Pro tip right there.
I look at Cam jumping. Cam is all over it. He's just like, thank you, Cam. You're awesome.
Thank you so much. Well, hard to believe it has been 30 minutes already.
What?
Yeah, it flew by. Even with our little troubleshooting stuff in the beginning. Again, apologies, we didn't make it to Instagram. We got to figure. We're going to blame it on Restream. So
I like it.
I want to shout out a new member of our team. Serja's here in the background with us. Brand new member of the team here, and she's helping in the background. We're super excited.
Trial by fire. I love it.
So yeah, we're very happy to have her as part of the team here, and thank you guys for jumping in with us. A little bit of a smaller stream today, but we're going to do this again next month, and by the time we do it next month, I think we'll probably be prepping for graduation. So
yeah,
pretty excited about that.
You know what else will be coming around then too, dude?
Tell me.
We got a show reel coming too.
Oh,
right.
Stay tuned for that. Yeah, that's going to be big news next month. Good call.
Man.
Yeah, student showcase every year, and we're going to be showing off some of the best work.
We saw a preview.
I don't know how I could possibly be amazed every year. You think you would get used to it?
Last year's was killer.
Right, and we say that, but I mean, honestly, the work seems like it gets better.
I just got a couple more, dude, bro. Amazing.
Bro. So cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you're following us on all the channels here. I'm going to put some stuff up here. Let me
put it up.
This over. Yeah.
Put it up. Don't be shy.
I'm going to put it up. Let's hide this QR code. So yeah, make sure that you're following us. If you want to get the updates as to when we're going live, we do this every month. Make sure you follow us on all the different streams or platforms rather. And if you want to get a hold of us, maybe you're not sure if you want to apply yet, you need some information, call us, text us, 877-426-3620. One day I'll memorize that. I never call us.
They'd have found us.
You can email us to admissions@animationmentor.com. That's a shared inbox. It goes right to me and Tim. So, feel free to email us. And we'll look forward to seeing you guys next month. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you do have additional questions, you can also send us a DM in Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, any of those as well. But I hope you guys have a wonderful October. Happy Halloween if you celebrate that. And we'll see you guys next month. Oh man, I was gonna